Hey there, and welcome to today. We are day 5, core and lower body. Let's get straight into it. So start from a kneeling position. Feel free to add a little bit of extra padding under your knees if you need it. So from the side, what I want us to look like is pelvis tucked under, shoulders rolled back, and then you're gonna have one leg extended. Both arms are gonna come up, and then you're gonna use your core to go away from the leg. Alrighty, so we're like this. We're gonna inhale, arms extend. We're just gonna work for 30 seconds and then we're gonna go into the other side. Ready? Off we go. So you're extending out and then coming back up. So you only go as low as you can that your core can take you. Inhale. Or actually, inhale and exhale where you feel the most supported. You want to feel everything working basically. So your balance is going to be challenged. Maybe your pelvic floor is challenged because the legs are apart. Your core is going to be doing a lot of the work, not just the arms. Good. In 3, 2, 1, we're going to swap sides. Okay. This is called a tick-tock. Tick-tock because you look like a little hand on the clock. And then other side. Off we go. So some people can go really far and then can come back up with great ease. I'm just working on this micro movement to gain strength because I'm quite weak in my lateral flexion. But if you can go further, girl, you go further. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, working into our lower body, we're going to go for alternating lunges. So I want you to look like you're on a set of train tracks and off we go. So we're reversing, trying to get knee to the floor and then back up. So if you're at home and the lunge is quite challenging for you, what I want you to do is grab a chair or maybe be near a wall so you can use that for support. There is nothing wrong with using an object for support, even if it's that you just have one finger. When we're doing our lunges, I want you to think about having your shoulder back in line with the hip. If you have significant diastasis, like I do, what you can focus on doing is being slightly tucked under and hunched, bringing these rectus muscles a little bit closer together. Okay, last 5 seconds. Let's try and get a couple more either side. 2 and 1. Beautiful stuff. Now we're going into our single leg deadlifts. So you're going to shift all the weight into one leg. You're going to push your hips back. You're going to push your hips back. You're going to try and touch the floor. And then we're going to swap sides. So now my left leg is grounded. I'm going to shift my hips back and then come back up. Left leg is grounded. Trying to keep the hips even. Not doing a very good job. You're doing great, Ziggy. Good. And then back up. Shift the hips back and then back up. So this single leg deadlift is really important for single leg stability. So it's all those little micro movements in the feet and ankles. Sometimes after we give birth, those get changed slightly with the weight that we've gained maybe, or that we haven't continued doing these kinds of movements. If you'd like to get back into running, I highly suggest that you work on your single leg stability so that as you're bounding and running, you know that your ankles have got you. All right, one more on either side. Beautiful stuff. Okay, we're gonna go back to our tick-tocks. Knees down, 30 seconds on each side. All right, so now we're changing it up. Now I want you to angle towards the foot. So you're gonna go towards the foot and then back. So now we're focusing more on flexion. So flexion is this movement, and then extension would be on this side of the body. So when you're flexing, you're bringing 2 muscles closer together. All right, swapping sides. So now I'm going towards the foot. Trying to keep that chest open as we do it. So, yeah, one side is weaker or maybe has less range than the other. That's normal. That's okay. We're gonna do 10 more seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant job. Okay, into our reverse lunges with a balance this time. So I'm going to reverse the leg. When I come back up, I'm just going to try and balance. Good. Swap sides. Reverse the leg. Good. And then try and balance. So if you're doing this, and maybe in the first round, you had to use the wall, you can still practice this balance using a wall or a chair. So why are we focusing on the balance? Because then when we go into hopping, running, jumping, you're basically standing on one foot for a microsecond. Okay, we got about 15 more seconds. And then I picked up the pace a little, but if you want to slow it down and focus more on the balance or on the strength, then you go for it. You can be wild with your hands if you want to. Last rep. Good stuff. Okay, single leg deadlifts. So weight shifts into one side. We're going to come down. And then let's see if we can also balance. Okay, good stuff. Single leg balance to balance. And then when we do this little knee up, balance, hold, march at the top, I like to flex the foot. I just think it feels more powerful. Good. And then back up. Balance. And then back up. I'm doing seconds in. Go down. And back up. Whoop. Down. And then back up. Think about keeping the weight in the heel so that you're extending more through the back of your leg rather than just trying to hit the floor, but the front leg is bending. Back up. Balance. Okay, let's do one more on either side. You're doing some really good work here. Up, and then last one. Balance, and then back up. Beautiful stuff. Okay, we're going back to our TikToks. All right, this time we're gonna do both directions. So I'm gonna extend as much as I can out, and then extend as much as I can this way. Good. As much as you can, and then as much as you can. Good, let's try 2 more. And then this way. Good stuff. Last one. Brilliant. Okay, swapping side. Other TikTok. Extend up. So the breathing is whatever feels most supportive for you. So if you exhale, that's usually where you need support. That's where you need to recruit more muscles. Good. Last 3, 2, 1. Oh, good. No one likes TikToks. Okay, now we're gonna try and hop. So if you just did those last movements and you found the balance really challenging, I don't want you to hop. If you have any leaking in the pelvic floor, I also don't want you to hop. I just want you to work on the strength and then focus on lifting through the pelvic floor when we do the balance portion. All right, final 2 movements, and then you're done. Are you ready? Reverse lunge, so it's gonna be a reverse lunge. You come up instead of balance, we're gonna hop. And then at any point, feel free to go back to the original movement that we were doing. So reverse lunge, and then hop. If the hop feels challenging, focus on that balance. Reverse and up, back, reverse and up, reverse and up, reverse and up, reverse and up. You're doing great. A little bit of sweat is also good. Reverse and up. 20 more seconds. Then we're gonna go into our single leg deadlifts. Boom. Boom. Beautiful stuff. Nice. Okay. So we're gonna try and hop again if you can, or just focus on the balance, or just focus on the single leg deadlift. So I'm pushing my hip back, focusing on extension. You can balance here, hop. So single leg to hop. And I'm not bounding massively off the floor. There's a couple of reasons for that. My pelvic floor is still touch and go. I have good control, but I'm focusing on bringing impact back into my regime, impact back into my pelvic floor. So when you've had a bit of load on the pelvic floor for multiple pregnancies, maybe vaginal delivery, maybe moving and breath patterns that you have from your entire life, incontinence can happen. And we want to make sure that as we're doing this, we're not feeling downward pressure. So I'm taking my time to make sure that the jump is good. Good, last rep. And rest. If you have more questions about pelvic floor issues, please feel free to message me or ask me, or go seek the help of a women's health physiotherapist. Okay, you did it. Well done. I'll see you again tomorrow.